In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to effectively import and work with videos in Adobe XD, creating an engaging and interactive prototype that incorporates video elements seamlessly. Let's get started by diving into the first step, importing your video. In design mode within Adobe XD, you have a couple of options. You can either drag and drop your video file directly onto an artboard, or use the File menu to import it by selecting File, then Import. Remember, your video must meet certain criteria to integrate smoothly. It should be an MP4 file encoded with H.264. The size and resolution should be reasonable to ensure that your design performs well, especially during playback. Once your video is successfully imported, we move on to setting its playback behavior. With your video still selected on the design canvas, direct your attention to the Properties Inspector and locate the Video section. Here, you have the opportunity to define how your video will behave within the prototype. You can choose from several playback presets. The default setting is Play on Tap, meaning the video will start or pause when the user taps on it. Alternatively, you could choose to have the video play automatically. In this mode, the video starts as soon as the artboard loads. Lastly, for scenarios where you prefer more control or specific interactions, you might opt for No Playback, where the video doesn't play unless explicitly triggered. If you need more refined options, clicking on Edit Playback will switch you to Prototype mode, where you can delve deeper into setting specific triggers and actions for your video. Now let's wire those prototype interactions. You'll need to switch to Prototype mode for this step. Select the video or the object you plan to use as a trigger and drag a connector to your destination artboard. This is particularly useful if you're chaining actions from the end of the video. Here's where you set up appropriate triggers and actions. Examples include setting a tap trigger with the toggle play/pause action, which is especially handy if your playback preset is Play on Tap. Alternatively, if you want the video to play through and then transition to another screen, you would use the end of playback trigger combined with a transition action. Each setting adds a layer of interactivity, ensuring your prototype feels dynamic and responsive. Finally, it's crucial to preview and test your design. Use the play or preview button to assess whether the video plays as expected and whether the triggers work correctly. This can be done on desktop or a connected device. It's also wise to test through the shared prototype link, as behavior might slightly differ in a live environment. If you find performance issues, particularly with heavy or high-resolution videos, consider optimizing the file to enhance playback smoothness. By following these steps, you'll have a fully interactive prototype with integrated video elements that work seamlessly in Adobe XD.